Yep.
The only problem with that is I didn't add in the freight, because they didn't give me the freight cost at that time. And I called her again, and she said the freight would be approximately $1,300 for the 3 containers,
Not each, but for all 3?
for all 3.
Okay. Okay, I'm okay with that.
So with the containers and the freight, that's the 11,000 that you got down there. Right?
The 11,000?
$11,048.20, including the freight.
Okay,
So you
3
got
containers.
3 containers at 9,748.
Right. And then plus-
$32.49 each, plus $1,300 in freight, total of $11,048.
and I reconfirmed the freight, so it stayed pretty steady.
And how many backhoes do you have right now?
Well, I have like 5.5. One is
And the half-
never ran, one's got a blown engine, and one we're limping along.
So you have one actually limping, that's all you have left?
No, I have
Oh,
one at Lavelle, one in Chaparral, and I've got one in, 2 in La Luz. And let me see, there's one more. It's a old backhoe that I was given from the road department that leaks. We're trying to fix the leaks. And it's a small one that I'm gonna try to put up in Cloudcroft. So they could use that backhoe to pack their cans and shovel out snow in the winter and stuff like that. It's a small 110 John Deere.
Yeah. You don't have one up at Weed though, right?
No. The road shop used to keep one up there, but that one has been moved on to Pinion.
so the one at Lavelle with the blown engine is the one you want replaced?
Yes. That is let's see what year. I think it's
2001.
2001.
This piece of
And you gotta,
equipment is
you gotta look at
sorry.
it this way too. Those backhoes run 7 days a week, 8, 9 hours a day. That's a lot of hours.
And the Lavelle dump is for anybody that lives in the city limits?
It's for anybody in the county.
Oh,
We don't differentiate between Alamogordo or Tularosa or something. Tularosa can come and dump in Lavelle Road. They can dump with us. They can dump anywhere that we have a convenience
I
center.
didn't know that.
With the one on over there is if you live in the city, you dump on the city side, and if you live in the county, they take you over to the other side.
Okay.
But what happens
That's,
there
because
is,
that's where I was leading with that.
the city charges you money after a certain amount, so they come over to us anyway.
We need to start charging.
Right.
Commissioner Harrell, we looked into that several years ago, and the consensus by the board was they was afraid we would have more illegal dumping.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we would
you-
have to hire staff for billing. We'd have to have a billing department.
You got illegal dumping now, but it's just like the tire thing. You'd see them scattered out all over. Yeah.
So it sounds like you have to have this backhoe.
Yes.
I already wrote down okay, but I wrote down the middle one, the John Deere.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest, because cats are always a little bit too expensive. Case, I don't know that much about them. John Deere is kind of a known quantity.
Okay. So 168.
I thought I had a way to get you a grapple truck like one, but
I kinda seen that fall through the cracks. Well, I put it on there basically because we are involved in a lot of cleanups. And the mobilize for all these cleanups is a pain. And I do structured cleanups like in Tularosa and stuff like that, where we put the containers out at First National Bank and people are kinda used to it, they fill them up, we pick them up, dump them, bring them back for a week or two. But when you start getting into these other cleanups where we have to mobilize to residential areas or BLM land or wherever, it's kind of a hard thing to do because I have to rely on the road shop to deliver a backhoe or something out there, and I'm just trying to make it more easy for anybody to be involved in the cleanups, where you could have a grapple truck that could go there by itself, as long as it's piled up, pick it up and get it out of there.
Yeah.
But it's an expensive vehicle because you gotta build it to suit the purpose. Cause it's a truck frame and then a roll-off deck and then the grapple. 3 different entities have to come together.
Can you do without it?
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing cleanups forever the other way, you know, it's not a problem. This is just a solution, maybe not at the right time, but it's a solution that would help my department, road department, emergency services.
At least he didn't tell you, nope.
I know.
I was waiting for it.
I say we put it off for another year.
I was fine with all the other stuff, and
I'm fine with all the other stuff too.
Ralph, we appreciate everything you do, buddy.
I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Could we
Not
use some
an
of,
easy department to be in, to be honest.
Oh, no, no. It's a pretty crappy job.
could some of that money, could that money be taken out of the, that,
That's what we
The
said.
ditch
That's what we were
About
talking
half a
about.
million left in it now.
Okay.
We're exhausted.
okay.
Yeah, I had a brainstorm this morning on that, and it fell apart.
Maybe next year.
Okay. So yes, oil containers, yes on the backhoe, no on the grapple.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes, on the tools?
Yes, on the tools, definitely. Telling you, paint them pink. Nobody will steal them.
Okay,
Now you got time to grab dinner before the next meeting.
we're done?
We ain't
Well,
done with
still got-
him.
we
We haven't
still
seen RB
got
yet.
RB
He's-
and
he's
we're
Where'd he
missing
go now?
in Taberta.
No, put a bell on him, I don't know.
I think he got a call. Yes.
There's Taberta.
So what about this cannabis stuff? Are we talking about that?
About what?
Cannabis.
About what? Cannabis. Oh, I just put that in there because it does generate revenue that we can use for any purpose.
John, I think we're waiting on you until some other stuff, aren't we? Gonna wait on John?
No, they passed the budget. They approved a budget, Taberta did.
Okay.
So you still need to look at the budget, despite
We still
what
need to cut it?
happens.
I cut it a lot.
What page is it on? Do you guys know?
Julianne, are the changes from the last Taberta board meeting reflected in the yellow book?
42.
Yeah.
Okay,
40,
awesome.
42.
Okay.
I knew I saw it, but I couldn't remember it.
Tired.
Me too. Holy moly, this is a long day.
I don't know where he is in the other book, but
He's not in the other book. I don't think Taberta's in there.
Nope, it's not.
Yeah, it's not in that book.
okay, John, you got 5 minutes.
Approved.
Yeah.
So you have 3.8 in revenue and 3.8 in expenses.
Yes, because whatever isn't covered by the ENET 11 grant, and it says refunds, but that's actually just other revenue from other entities, for example, the city, and we start billing Mescalero. But right now, what we know for sure is that the city has pledged $1 million. The The E911 grant is 279,000. So the remaining expenditures have to be picked up by the city or by the county, so that's the transfer from the general fund, 2.5 million right now.
So you said the city has pledged $1 million? What about Tularosa and Cloudcroft and BIA?
Well, BIA, they don't pay anything, but Mescalero will be about 150, 180,000 a year. When we build them, rough estimates based off the calls for service. Thule has not paid anything. The sheriff and I are currently working on a plan for that, on how we're gonna proceed. And Cloudcroft, yeah.
And John, for the record of the commissioner's knowledge, how much of the percentage is the city supposed to budget?
Per the JPA, it's 50-50, and that's what's been agreed upon the last couple of years. The first year is supposed to be 50-50, after that was supposed to be based off of calls for service. RB and I worked on something to have the board approve that, and it kind of got thrown under the rug and never discussed again, so it's been just agreed upon 50-50 until, I guess, we decide to do calls for service.
So the cities should be 2 million, not 1?
They've only pledged that they will only pay $1 million.
So what is their, off the top of your head, what do you think their ratio is?
What we kind of decided, it's supposed to be a 50-40-10 percentage split. And the city would be 50, the county would be the 40, and Cloudcroft would be the 10%. And then based off of Bill and Mescalero and hopefully eventually Thule, that would just be revenue that we would be taking in at that point for services.
So, but most of your calls on a percentage, are they working out pretty close to that ratio?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's, and that, the reason it was decided that way, was that the sheriff's office does have a lot of call volume. But because they do a lot of calls inside the village of Thule and the city of Alamogordo, that's how that ratio would be split, and the city would end up taking that 50% of that split due to the fact that it's not fair for the county to be charged more if they're covering that entity's calls. So,
I was bummed when I had to miss that training. I signed up to go to that training.
it
you
was,
had.
I didn't go either. We were in the process of our go live, and I've been sick for 3 weeks now, so I couldn't sit there either. But I heard it was phenomenal. Both classes were phenomenal.
I really wanted to go. I have an oil for that.
I think I'm going back to the doctor tomorrow because
Well, doctors
Just
will
won't-
kill you.
won't
I
go.
have an oil for that.
3 weeks of this.
I do have, really. I'll bring it to you tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm okay with, I mean, it's pretty balanced, other than our income part.
Yep.
It's,
Yeah, like the Mescalero, we go live next week, Tuesday with them, and I'll give that more in my report on Thursday. So we'll start seeing income on a quarterly basis from them starting after next week, and then I'm waiting on a couple other things before I go ahead and try to do the Thule aspect.
so this is with Muscalero PD, not BIA?
Correct, so it's
Okay.
Mescalero PED and Mescalero Fire Rescue.
Okay.
Fire Rescue's taking up the whole cost to cover the tribe aspect of it. I have been reached out by BAA, and they're part of this talk about us taking Mescalero PD over and everything. VIA is, I guess, looking at redoing their center, but it was discussed possibly that they would come and just rent space out of our center and all work together, so we'd still be all under one roof but have separate entities and working out of the building. That was kind of a discussion that we had 2 weeks ago when we were up there, so possibility.
Their dispatchers know Muscalero very, very
Correct.
well, and
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go away.
Yeah. Okay, do you have any questions or anything?
I do, but it's gonna be for another time.
Yeah. Okay, I think
That was
that's,
easy.
think
Thank
that's
you.
it.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
hanging around all day.
hope you get better.
Thank you.
We already cut your budget, because you wasn't here.
All of it?
All of it. Yep.
He's like, okay, I'm going home.
I thought it was right there by Taberta. Am I dreaming?
It's on 89 on this
29,
one.
yeah.
And then 29.
Let's see what I requested here.
It looks weird to see you sitting there.
And normally you're telling us what to do.
Yeah. We're looking over there, help me, help me.
Page 28, RB. '29.
29.
I tried to cut this year, and Forest Service is calling. I wanted to cut, get more efficient, and I also wanted to be able to justify the raise I'm asking for. I know that 10% is a big ask, and I don't do that lightly. So I want to read two particular emails that support the evidence of the merit. These aren't the only unsolicited compliments I've received on Jay's performance, but these were the two that I had to share with you. Someone who had done a public records request that they're from correctional services business. They said, I want to take a moment to share recent experience with two members, so also give a shout out to another one of our employees, but a recent experience with two members of the county's team. Having worked in government contracting for over 10 years, I've had many interactions with government employees across various agencies, local, state, and federal, and I can honestly say I've not encountered this level of service in quite some time. I reached out to Otero County recently to request public records, and from the outset, Jennifer Berry was incredibly helpful. She greeted me warmly over the phone and worked to direct me to Jay Ariano, whose team should be able to work on my request. When I was unable to reach Jay on the first transfer attempt, Jennifer didn't hesitate to offer a solution. She kindly offered to personally hand-deliver a message to another floor to Jay to ensure I could contact her in the event a second transfer didn't direct me to her voicemail. On the second attempt, I connected with Jay, and I found that her service was just as excellent. She was thorough in explaining your county's process and answered various questions, rather than simply rushing through our call. While I was on the phone with Jay, Jennifer approached her as she had offered to do. Both Jennifer and Jay provided service with a smile and demonstrated genuine willingness to assist. Their positive attitudes and professionalism were evident throughout our interactions, and it was clear they were both committed to helping me. Far too often, management hears negative issues with their team members and little of the positive. I hope that you will consider acknowledging Jennifer and Jay for their outstanding work. Their dedication to providing exceptional service reflects positively on your team and broader Otero County government. And this is from one of the attorneys at the firm that handles our detention service cases. He said, I have been meaning to tell you now for some time how excellent Jay is at her job. I handle probably 1,000 claims a year, and I currently have about 200 claims in litigation throughout the country. Jay is hands down, without a doubt, the absolutely most responsive, thoughtful, timely, and proactive person that I deal with. She always has the information I need. In the rare event she doesn't have the information, I am requesting she gets it within 24 hours. I didn't want her efforts to go without comment. She is fantastic. I can't speak highly enough about her.
It's awesome.
So that is also how I feel about Jay. I don't have to worry when I'm not in the office. She handles everything, and I trust her to make the right calls, and she keeps me informed on what's going on. And the responsibility that goes with that, and then the other duties she carries out, it could be big financial consequences for the county if she didn't do that. And I have full faith and confidence that she does and will take care of everything. And I couldn't do this without her. So that's why I'm asking for her to receive that 10% raise. I think it's been well earned and is deserved. Besides that, under my professional services line item, that will go to American Stewards of Liberty Consulting and our contract attorneys in Las Cruces. And I'm also putting, or wanting to put a public records software program under that. And it also comes with a social media archiving program that we can put all the county social media accounts on it, and it archives everything, including posts that people make and then delete, which gives us protection against litigation. And then in a situation where we might want to initiate it, it could also be helpful. And the public records software will be offering, or it'll set up a portal for Tiberta, and then a portal for the county, and a portal for the sheriff's office. It'll have a front-facing page where the public interacts with us to make requests, and on the back side, it'll have complete time-stamped recording of every action that we do. And for the county-wide purposes, Jay can receive one, and she'll be able to send it to, like, say, Selena, and Selena can upload the documents directly to it. And it should increase our efficiency and records with public records, which each year we keep getting more and more requests. And so this is a tool that I think will help us somewhat with juggling this. The city is using this service now. It's through Civic Plus, and I have the contract on the agenda for Thursday, but it's just under $25,000 for the first year, and then $27,000 for each year after, with like a 5% increase. But I'm going to split that 3 ways or somehow with the sheriff's office in Tiberta for the use of it. Stand for any questions.
I think we need that for sure.
Yeah.
These IPRA things are getting out of control. I don't think I have any
Are we
questions.
still looking for help for you?
Yeah, I don't know what reputation I have, but no one seems to want to come. But maybe at some point. I need to expand the listing on that. But when we get the right person.
What are you advertising for? A full-fledged attorney, or just what full-fledged attorney?
Mm-hmm.
Another one your caliber?
Well, I don't know if that. I don't know where I fall out on that.
There is only one,
There's only
Harvey,
one
and we got
Harvey.
him, so.
Mostly someone that fits.
Personality.
Yeah, personality and mindset.
Nope.
I deal with enough attorneys every day that I don't like. I don't want another I have to see every day.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
So is that money budgeted in here?
It is.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have any questions. That was easy.
You're awesome, thank you.
You guys want a copy of this for consideration?
Nope,
We're good.
we know Jay's great.
Yep, she is great. She's a great job. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I have another meeting in me today.
No, it's 4. We got to listen to 4 of them little things tonight.
No, no,
Not that.
not this one, my other one.
It's this one.
Yeah, I've got it in my bag down here.
Am I dreaming?
Exactly. Gross receipts.
What isn't this it for tonight?
Portion of it.
That one's for today,
Oh, so this is trash.
and that's trash.
Okay,
Yeah, this is for
okay,
tonight.
good.
So the excise tax is posted separately, and we receive that separately, so the first year.
We are never doing this
23
again.
Yeah, 23 was the first year.
Never.
We received 58,000.
Not a budget in the same day as anything.
This is just the excise tax.
No,
Now we
it's-
have to concentrate on
that's the
ordinances.
entire-
I know.
Yeah.
My brain's
I have,
tired.
I have in my brain this is a 30-minute
Well,
meeting,
I hope so.
Or less.
or
That
less.
might-
Or
that
less,
might
then
just
I'm
be,
on it.
like,
I vote for that
outside
right
the
now.
generated areas, though, you know what I mean? Because the city's gonna, yes, not Alamogordo to.
Are we adjourned?
The second.
Yes.
Yes,
I
we're
make a
adjourned.
motion that we
excise
adjourn.
tax, we received a little bit less, 57.
You bringing cookies back? I saw you baking this weekend.
68 cents. And then so far
You didn't bake this
year,
weekend? Was it? I saw-
Year-to-date, which actually this only
Oh.
goes through January, because I don't have February posted
I
yet.
thought I saw you
Yes,
had,
closed February. So through January, 41,168 and 87 cents. So we're still gonna, we're gonna collect more
Maybe.
this year than what we did in the prior 2 years, I believe. We've still got February through June that needs to be posted.